So one of my conspiracies that I wanted to talk about was Holocaust deniers. I wanted to complain about them because it makes no sense.
Deniers of the Holocaust?
Like people are claiming that the Holocaust never happened.
Yeah, they have a movie of just denying the Holocaust even happened.
I'm pretty sure Jews are real.
Today is December 8th, 2023. We have a special guest, Jake. He's going today's episode, and that's the Long Road Podcast. Today on the Long Road Podcast, we got a guest host, Jake. He's here today to talk with us about conspiracy theories. That's the topic he wanted to talk about. I think they wanted me to start it off talking about I wrote down 3 conspiracy theories. The first conspiracy theory I wanted to talk about was the moon landing. I like the first one. I think it was fake.
The first one.
Not saying that we haven't been at all.
69.
Was that when it was?
Yeah.
I'm not saying we haven't been there at all, but at least not the first time that we went, because it was during the Cold War, and we were racing the Russians for technology and shit. So I definitely think we just staged it so we could be like, oh, we were the first ones there.
Have you seen the comparisons of the rockets that launched them off to the moon compared to like the SpaceX ones that just launch satellites around Earth?
Mm-hmm.
Look up the size difference. So
They're not the size.
So they're not going to build something that big, I feel like, and put that much time of everybody's efforts into it and fake it. What I think they did do is, what happens if it fucks up? What happens if something goes wrong and they don't come back?
The Challenger, the one that blew up.
Wasn't that Apollo 13?
I don't.
Is that
they
the
have
one
like
with
the
the
movie
teacher
about it
on
and
it?
everything?
Yeah, the one with the teacher. I mean, why would
they show it to all the children, and then all the children in the world watch this spaceship blow up. And then I heard that there was recordings of
so the original
wreckage,
one of
they didn't die right away.
What?
They died on the way down, and then when the impact happened, that's when they died.
Oh my god!
So they like
experienced
burned
that whole fucking thing.
Wow.
Ugh. See, why
that's messed up.
I only heard a
would they
little
fake
bit of
that?
snippet of it because I was like, I'm not trying to look it up.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
But I
hate
did
that
hear a little snippet of it. I'm like, no, I'm good.
That's kind of fucked up.
That's sad. It's tragic. Those poor kids.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sure the adrenaline definitely would kick in. Like, you probably didn't feel it though.
No, it was
I don't know.
instant. That was instant. But the fear and everything.
Yeah. You were definitely shitting your pants.
Yeah.
I know I would have been.
I wonder how it would be for the kid that was sitting there in the classroom and just watched it. Like, yeah, I just watched my teacher.
They probably got some trauma.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm surprised. There's got to be like a documentary on like where those kids are now.
That's what I'm saying.
The teacher's students where the teacher just dies.
I
In
don't
a
know
space
about
accident.
it.
Yeah.
In a fucking space accident.
The first space accident. It wasn't even space yet.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Because they didn't get that high, did they?
No, it was like, only a couple thousand feet
no,
off the air?
they took off.
I have no idea.
And it took a few minutes. Took a few more minutes, and then boom.
Oh, so they were like in the orbit.
Yeah.
That's tragic.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But the moon landing, fake?
Yeah. What do you think about that? You think we faked the first one?
Like I said
you
before,
see all the things though about like
I said before,
moving.
if you see how big
the one we used for the first moon landing is fucking huge.
Yeah.
What, the flag?
No, the ship, the spaceship.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is fucking huge
Compared
compared to
to, like,
ships that we
just
use nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I'll put a picture up on screen. Future Jacob.
And
put
the reason that they
Apollo.
say is because we don't have the technology. Like, somebody said that they don't have the technology that what they used to have.
I mean, if you
but
think
it's also
about it,
because of the Operation Paperclip. They used the Nazi scientists that they got from World War II.
If you think about it, like, it could have been bigger, but like when cell phones first came out, they were fucking huge. Then they got smaller and smaller and smaller, and now they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
But that's because the people that developed them shared that technology with like whatever else is going on. I don't think they kept the records that they did keep. They're not sharing that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, you don't think they passed them down?
especially if they did this during the Cold War, they wouldn't share that type of information for, say, the Russians to get.
It's probably like locked away, and there's like a time key on it. It's like, all right, well, whenever this time happens, go ahead and release it.
Well, it also says that they're designed for different things too. So, like, the top speed of Apollo 11, this is compared to the Crew Dragon spacecraft, which is one of the, I guess, recent, the SpaceX Falcon 9.
Mm-hmm.
The top speed of Apollo 11 was 6,000 miles per hour, whereas the Crew Dragon's only 4. And then
it was trying to reach the moon. I mean, that's kind of the whole point.
But then the payload, low Earth orbit, was 140,000 kilograms, whereas the payload low Earth orbit of the Crew Dragon is 22,800 kilograms. And it says, like, the cost is cheaper now, but it holds less, and it goes slower because, like, these new ones are used for launching satellites and carrying cargo and everything, whereas the other one was meant to try and go to the moon. Mm-hmm. So also, we don't really... I'm assuming we're not trying to go to the moon right now. We don't really give a fuck about that right now.
So if we've already been to the moon...
There's not really any point going back.
Why would we go back?
Have you ever heard of, like, the dark side of the moon?
How there's supposedly shit over there?
Like a whole civilization on the other side of the moon.
Because is it something about the way the Earth or the moon orbits around the Earth? Is that one side is always dark?
Yeah, it's like we only see one side.
Yeah, it's something like that. I've heard things about that too.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really got it.
I mean, Transformers did something about it.
Yeah.
Dark side of the moon.
How are you really supposed to know, though?
I guess we gotta go.
Yeah.
You just gotta trust the government for it.
That's true.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But what else were they wrong about?
Well, they straight up lied to us about aliens. I was going to put a whole bunch of alien shit on my conspiracy.
That's when you could have brought up COVID.
And I was like, oh. They did lie about... Actually, my number 2 on my list.
I tried to set them up.
Wait, what do you mean by aliens?
I was going to put alien shit in, like... What was the New Mexico one or whatever that was in Texas?
That little one that was found?
Are you talking about the clay ones?
No, not those. Not those. I
saw so much shit where it was like, oh, guys, it was just a cake. And people were like cutting into it.
So,
well, no, what I'm saying is...
The first time I saw that image, I showed my dad, and he was like, why does that look like a paper mache?
Yeah. It did, and it does look like E.T.
Yeah.
Like, I truly believe that there's aliens, maybe not like the little green shit that we see on TV, but definitely another life form out there.
There has to be someone else out there.
For sure. I mean, there's even, I think, shit on Mars, right? Bacteria?
Well, they found different bacterias, and that they found there was water on there once before.
Really?
They proved that there was water at some point.
So
with the way that the rock formations and shit are, what it would like simulate erosion and shit.
Yeah.
On
so
Mars?
I saw some shit where it was how an ape is, or I guess humans are 0.5% smarter than apes.
0.5%?
0.5,
like in their DNA. And
oh no, the difference between the DNA is not that. It's like 2% difference or something like that. Okay. The DNA between us and other mammals is not that far off.
It's not like just the DNA. I think it was specifically like the way that they think, like the way that their brain is developed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was saying if they're just 0.5, imagine what another life form that
even
would be
1,
5%.
2, 5%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying if it was 5%, just the simplest thought to them would completely mind boggle like the smartest people in our.
What like they think is a simple thought.
Yeah.
It's like comparing pennies to.
Like 2 + 2 to them is like the most like time travel to us.
Yeah.
Which is just fucking insane.
That's only at like 5%.
Yeah, just 5%.
Yeah.
And imagine if there's something like it just goes up and up and up and up.
Mm-hmm.
Like that movie Lucy.
I was just gonna say they say we can't use 100% of our brain. We only use
crazy.
like 40 or something like that.
Okay,
60.
wait. Before you guys start getting into that, they've already said that movie was bullshit.
What do you mean?
The percentage stuff, that's all bullshit. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's Hollywood, so I don't believe
they definitely
everything.
boosted.
Well, you're using your whole brain.
Yeah.
It's always working. The thing that makes you like think thoughts and stuff is the electrons that shoot through the neurons and.
So is it just how many electrons you have shooting through your brain?
Yeah. And that's why that powder that she had affected it, because for some reason it was some weird element.
Some kind of drug, wasn't it?
But the drug was made out of some sort of element that they discovered. And then it was super absorbent for us somehow. And then that kind of what made her... Well, in the movie it said percentage-wise, but yeah, if it was like more realistic, those neurons would just be shooting a lot faster. Like maybe even her brain would change. Like
superpowered her brain.
Her
supercharged.
If something was realistically gonna happen like that, it would have to like evolve and manipulate the structure of your brain on how it is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this isn't the final form up here. Like it's still changing and developing. Like even.
See, that's the question. What form are we in? Are we in stage 1?
Well, they say that this. So what they used to teach was that this form of humans have only been around for 10,000 years.
Like the Homo sapiens?
Because they think like we've been around for a long time, I mean, but civilization has only started like 10,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm. But
then they find other shit hidden like way before that.
Like are you talking about like
the Sphinx, like the Sphinx in Egypt?
Okay, yeah.
They said that it's only 10,000 years old, but then the water erosion that's around it, the last time that could have happened in Egypt, because they're able to calculate on what the atmosphere was like from back then, and they said it was like up to like 20,000 years ago, even longer.
So you're saying the pyramids were built 20,000 years ago?
I'm saying
before
that they don't. They say how old they are, but I think they don't know how old certain things are.
Well, I've heard the theory that multiple times we're just another set of advanced mammals that have advanced so long, and then we'll have our extinction event. So like, there's been other empires that have risen up, and then like meteor. Say like it wasn't like just dinosaurs and shit. There was people like us, super advanced technology, hundreds and thousands of years ago, and then like a meteor hit, wipes everything out. You'd have no recollection of them. You'd have nothing left of it. Nothing. And then we start up, and then we're like the flood or the ice age and shit like that. There's always an extinction event that wipes everything out, and then obviously with us, we built ourselves up. And we're like there couldn't have been anything because we're very ignorant. Mm-hmm. The human race is very ignorant.
Do you think here lately there's been something else that was maybe made to wipe some people out?
Like COVID. My next topic. So, my next conspiracy theory that I thought of is has to do with COVID-19 and the COVID-19 vaccine. I definitely think that it was created by governments, and they're trying to do
lab.
Well, I've heard tons of shit though. I've heard that it was created somewhere and shipped, and that's how it broke out.
Yeah, the Wuhan lab where it broke out at.
Is that what it was?
In Wuhan, there's the lab there where it got loose from.
Yeah.
Because they told us all of this in the beginning, and then they tried to switch the narrative.
They were actually making it in there, and then it broke out?
They were working on a form of COVID at the lab that's in Wuhan, yes.
Because COVID's not a new variant of bacteria or
Lysol,
flu or anything.
It says like kills 99.9% of COVID-18, COVID-17, COVID-16.
Yeah. Well, there's a rapper that sings like from like 2005, and he mentions something about COVID.
Oh, he does?
Like a sickness, it's like how it is today.
Yeah.
But I think that it was.
Or was
definitely,
he just talking trash about the COVID?
This is in 2005.
Okay.
I mean, there would have been nothing COVID related.
Did he say COVID or Corona?
I think he said coronavirus.
Are you sure he wasn't talking shit about the beer? Maybe he's a Modelo fan. I don't know. I'm just saying.
But I'll have to find some.
Knowing nothing about this,
Yeah.
Just.
But I think that it was definitely created and then like pushed by the government so that they could test and see how like we all reacted, and they were like, oh, this is just to see how people reacted to shit.
That's cute, Jacob.
Fuck no, I didn't.
What about you?
What, do you not think so?
That's cute. You think our government is that confident?
Did you get the shot?
I got it one time because of my job. Like, I couldn't go to California.
See, I had to get
for
mine.
it.
Damn, really?
So, I had to get it.
Yeah, I had to get mine.
I only got it once. I was like, alright, if all I need is the card that says I got it once, I'm good. So, yep, I got it. Here you go. Here's my badge.
I also think
do you need my social security number too?
Acceptance badge.
Alright.
See, I also think they were doing that to see how many people would actually listen. See if everybody would be like, oh, well, the government says we need to, or the government says we need to wear masks. Obviously, and see how many people would fall in line with what they're trying to push. Their agenda, really.
I feel like, with all my being, that the government did not know what they were doing. And when this broke out, it was a complete accident. And since it spread so quickly, they all just fucking panicked. Because who did it affect? It affected the really old. It affected the really young. Okay?
Anybody with compromised immune system.
Who's running the country right now, guys? Look at those
fucking
folks.
Old.
They all have a wrinkle in them.
Oh, yeah.
Wrinkle in time. They were all scared for a long time. For 2 years, they were freaking out.
But they all acted like they had everything under control. If they would
because they have power. If you have power, you never show weakness. You never.
If you're supposed to be leading someone, you can't show you're scared, or else that's
but if there's a
you
virus
never back
taking
down.
over your country, be like, look, this is something that we can't control. Obviously, you can't just go outside and capture it in a fucking plastic bag and be like, I got it, everything's good, I saved the town.
It's their ego that gets in the way. It's their, how is history gonna view me if blah blah blah. It's
how am I gonna go down?
Yeah. How is this gonna affect my bank account? Like, what do I have to say to get the most in that account?
Yeah.
And they were just all making it up in the beginning. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. They weren't talking to people. And the people that were trying to speak out, they censored online. When people try to have a discussion on what it's really about, they censored online.
You ever see a video of like the presidential inauguration day
for Biden?
Any of them, really?
No, not really.
The one I'm talking about, was for Biden, but it was like on TV when he was getting officially elected.
That one was just the wind.
Oh,
that one
shit.
was just
My
the
bad.
wind.
God damn. But
I can fix that,
Shut the fuck up.
When he was getting elected on TV, they cut to the the
audience.
Yeah, the audience, whatever. And it was packed full of people. And then there was somebody actually there, and he was recording.
Yeah, he had a drone or something up in the air.
There's
recording it.
Maybe 150 people there.
I mean, there was a good group of people there, but it was nowhere near Trump.
What they were doing on TV, they were showing that there was a whole bunch of people out there.
Yeah.
But
they faked that shit.
The guy on the drone, there was only a couple.
Mm-hmm.
There was quite a few people.
It just wasn't. They exaggerated how many people were there on TV.
Why are they faking?
Zoom in on that shot. Why are you guys trying to zoom out? Don't fucking do that. When they're recording shit like that, there's a whole room of people with mics on, and there's a dude telling those cameramen where to go to.
Oh yeah.
They manipulate. If there's a certain narrative that they're trying to go for, or try to get somebody's reaction to a short quip, they're prepared for that to happen.
That's
they're
why
ready for that shit.
I'm saying like they show that there's more people
Mm-hmm.
there.
Because they're trained that way.
So it makes it look like more people like this guy. They're like, oh, okay, there are a lot of people there supporting him. Maybe there's more people than what I thought actually voted, which goes into the whole thing about, did all those people, did he actually get all those votes?
See, I don't think so either.
Who knows?
My buddy says when there's like, how many hundreds of thousands of votes got...
It was a couple hundred.
Dude, look, my dad's the type that will stay up all night watching that shit.
Yeah.
And he's saying at like 3:30 in the morning, it just jumped.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, whoa, what the fuck? Like,
so he was watching
half
it.
the fucking country just...
There were a bunch of mail-ins and stuff. But then, there's a podcast that I listened to, and he sent folks out to some of those addresses that were on those ballots. And, like, it's like in a construction area that's like fenced. It's like a fenced-in parking lot or something like that.
So it wasn't even an actual residence?
No.
What?
Well, you know Kim, I guess it's our cousin Kim.
Okay.
Marietta's daughter.
Oh, okay.
She went in to vote here in Defiance County, and she went in, and she went in after she got off work, so it was kind of like right towards the end.
Right.
And she went in, and they're like, "Oh, you already voted. You can't vote twice."
Oh shit.
And she said, "The fuck I did. I have not been in here. This is the first time I've come in here."
When was this?
This was like peak
COVID
and like during the elections. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "No, I've never been in here to vote before. Like, I have not voted yet." She's like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Well, we have down that you already voted." And she's like, "Either I'm voting or like I'm gonna get pissed. Like I have not voted." And so they ended up letting her through to vote and everything.
Did she forget? Did somebody in the house vote for her by accident?
No.
Because how many kids?
So what do
live
they
in
do
the
with the
house?
vote?
I don't know.
Is it just invalid because it's two?
Well, I know who she voted for.
These aren't the right questions, guys. How many people are in this house?
Nick, nobody voted for her.
They send these ballots out. I got a ballot too through the mail. They send all these ballots out. If you did not go on the website and decline it, they send it to you. But if you didn't send it back to them, they didn't count it because they didn't get anything. So I'm suggesting that somebody in the house must have saw it, not realized that it had her name on it, and voted for it.
And sent it in as her without realizing it.
Maybe,
Correct.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many people live in that house. I know they have a big family.
Yeah, because I think it's
I don't know how many people.
her
live in that
husband and
house.
then like one or two of the kids, and then the one kid's got a wife and shit.
That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the house.
That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, that could have happened. But you would have thought when she was making a big deal about it, like to the family, that someone would have said something about it, right? They were like, "Oh, well, there was a."
No, I don't think they would have said anything.
Anyways, moving on. One of you guys want to share your conspiracy theories?
You got one?
Yeah, you're good. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
What?
You got a conspiracy theory?
Oh, shit.
To share?
Yeah. We haven't done one of mine yet, have we?
No, we did
Okay.
two of mine. Because I got three, but you guys only got one, I think.
All right, so
Yeah.
there's this TV show on Netflix called Disjointed, and the whole show is about the lady from Misery, not Mercy. The lady from Misery runs a pot store, and it kind of like goes through like their life in a pot store. She used to be a very advocate protester back in the day, and now she runs her cute little on your mom
Dispensary.
pot store dispensary. And in one of the later episodes, there's an episode called The Truth, and I should probably play it.
Yeah, that shit's trippy. If you haven't heard it, Jake?
No, I haven't.
That shit's crazy.
Every time a new baby is born, the Federal Reserve issues a secret birth certificate printed by a company called the American Bank. That way, the government can use people as currency to back the debt they have with the World Economic Forum, which owns the central banks of every nation on Earth. But the WEF is just a front for the Council on Foreign Relations, which masterminded the 9/11 attacks as a pretext to invade Iraq, take the oil, and install fast food chains to make people slow, fat, and easily abductable by the shape-shifting reptilian aliens it works with. Now, back in the 30s, FDR made a deal with these reptilians to exchange people for technology. That was the basis of the New Deal. But ever since, they've been slowly replacing all the world leaders to create a nuclear holocaust to make global warming real for their takeover. That's how they made up the Cold War, by sending Leica to space to bite Neil Armstrong while Kubrick was faking the moon landing. Now they're using satellite waves, contrails, and measles vaccines as mind control, and fluoridating the water to keep people's gold fillings intact so they can be sent back to, you guessed it, the Federal Reserve, where all the gold and birth certificates are stored by the real puppet master, the world monarch, who is himself only the servant of the all-seeing eye who controls everything in the world.
I don't know about that last part.
The reptilians and everything? Or past that?
Past that.
What do you think about the reptilians?
I don't know. I've seen some weird shit on the internet before. I'm not willing to disclaim it. We should start doing blood tests of everybody.
Yeah, just keep a blood profile of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wanna know what's crazy? I don't know my blood type. Do you guys know your blood types?
No.
Mine is O positive.
Yeah, but you were in the military.
Yeah. You have an unfair advantage.
You had a
What?
threat. You had a threat of getting shot.
Okay.
We're in America over here. It's like our chances.
We got a
are
threat of getting shot. It's just by our own people.
like 5%.
Or our police.
We have a better chance of getting in a car accident than getting shot.
Not anymore.
Dude,
Not nowadays.
I saw this fucking video of this dude who's like, when I get pulled over and I do a pump fake
Yeah.
to the police officer, and he like reaches back and he just and he just flops over dead. And it's like, oh, that's fucked.
The Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Wasted.
But no, it was strange because as soon as that episode came out, the plans for the second season got canceled. I guess they were getting ready to start filming, and like all that stuff got taken away.
Government came in and said, hey, shut this shit down.
Somebody came
Definitely.
in and was like, hey, not doing the second season of this.
Yeah.
But then it's weird because then they come out with a conspiracy show of their own. Well, they have multiple ones. One of them is...
Same company that made Disjointed?
Not the same company, but Netflix has had them on their show. Like, one of them has Mike Myers.
Oh, really?
He has his own, like, weird conspiracy show on there.
What?
Yeah.
Like Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. And
yeah,
then,
that's fucking crazy.
Then they also have a... What is it called? The animated one. I want to say Inside Out, but that's not it.
Oh, is it like... Yeah, that's a Disney movie.
I know.
Or Pixar or whatever.
Or whatever, they're the same shit.
You're talking about that one that's like Rick and Morty?
Yeah, similar to it.
Fuck.
They work in, like... They're rivals against the Illuminati and...
Oh, dude.
Inside Job?
Yeah, because... fuck.
Pull your
I gotta look it up.
Jamie, go ahead.
Jamie, can you pull that up for us?
You can go ahead and pull it up for
We
us.
had a running joke last podcast. We were like, act like Joe. We're like, Jamie, could you pull that up for me?
Stop.
No.
Stop.
It just, I swear to God.
Why is the door open? Didn't you close it?
That's why I'm freaking out. There is some weird shit that happens in my house.
I work on doors for a living. You don't have shit going on in your house. You have a house that's settling. You have 7 days to live.
Answer it.
Thank you for calling
the Long Road Podcast. You are now on air with us. Do you have any questions you wanted to ask?
Yes, I got one question.
Okay.
I was just wondering, here's a question. Life or death, right?
Okay.
Seriously, honestly, how much money would it take you to go down on a man. Honestly.
How much money would it?
If I gave you 10 grand right now.
No.
20.
No. It'd have to be in the hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
What?
You're saying what?
Nick's like, I'd do it for $20.
I'm thinking like 20 bill.
Oh.
20 bill?
All right.
20 billion.
This is like realistic.
With today's economy, if I want to do something to forget this trauma, 20 bill. I'm forgetting this shit. I'm taking whatever drugs I need to find. I'm getting so fucked up.
I'd say definitely billion.
Like, do I have to do it to completion?
Do what?
What, were you thinking this is a sex line? Did you call in because you thought this was a sex line?
No, I just had a question. I'm just saying, like, if you get me a case, a 24-pack, and probably 10 grand, I'll suck a mean one.
Sir,
do you have to do it 100%?
To completion, yes.
To completion.
All right. What about this?
Yeah.
What about this? Say, regardless, you gotta suck 10 dicks. No matter what. Hold
this
on.
is not what he
Whoa.
This
was not the question.
This is another, like, would you rather or whatever. There's 10 dicks going in your mouth. No matter fucking what. Would you rather do the first 90% of it? Hold on. Would you rather do the first 90% of the job?
Or the last 10%?
Or the last 10%?
The first 90%. Ain't no way I'm letting a guy nut in my mouth.
So you're 90%?
I'd suck a dick 90% to completion.
So you'd suck... Okay. What about you?
So I'm getting raped and gangbanged.
You're not getting raped. You're doing this voluntarily.
No, I'm not.
There's no way I would ever put myself in a situation to where I'd voluntarily be seeing 10 dicks. Unless I'm going through the YMCA locker room.
Not sponsored.
All right, here's the next question. What if a guy walked up to you right now and he gave you the papers and said, I'm STD free, right?
You okay?
I'll give you $100,000 right now on the spot.
No.
Cash. Duffel bag. Suck my dick for 10 minutes.
No. 100,000?
Well, hold on. He's thinking.
I'd think about it.
You're thinking about it.
I would probably think about it.
On the fucking spot.
Pay your house off. Pay your bills. Think about it.
No.
I'd consider
Okay,
it.
hold on. Who all is gonna know about this? Is it like just
Yeah, is this
me?
something that's like being live streamed to YouTube?
Or
Or
is
Yes,
it
Facebook?
right now.
Me
right
and
now.
me and the
It
one
is.
dude?
Only you and him. So it's up to you. If you want to tell anybody about it, like my jaw hurts, you can say it, to anybody. But it's between nobody will know. Not even your wife, girlfriend.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I won the lottery. I never sucked a dude's dick. I won the lot. I won $100,000 off a scratch off.
100 G's. Would you do it?
I think Jacob just answered it.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I won the lottery.
What's your response?
That's 5 of them.
What about you?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, they would say, suck this one. I'd say, give me 5. I don't. In this economy with Biden. All of them.
You said you only want 10 minutes? He's like taking out his gum.
Yeah. But you
I mean,
want me
if
to
you
go
think
second
about it.
round,
10 minutes. You got 6 of them. You're making $600,000 an hour by blowing dick.
Hey, guess what? The answer's still no for me. But thanks anyways.
All right, now I have a question for you. Now, your mom and your wife switch bodies. And the only way for you to return them back to their bodies is to either fuck your mom in your wife's body or fuck your wife in your mom's body. Which one are you doing?
Oh, I'm fucking my mom, and I'm just keeping my eyes shut.
So you're fucking your wife in your mom's body?
Yeah, And
so
I'm
it's
just
gonna
saying,
feel a little different.
I'm just saying, keep, saying my name, in your voice.
I don't like this.
I see where he's going.
What do you mean?
Would you rather... Okay, so you'd rather fuck your girlfriend or your wife, but your mom... It's your mom. And she's always gonna know, like, yeah, my son fucked me. He might not have been in my body.
Hey, this might be the time to be like, Mom, look, this is the one time you'll ever get to see me in action.
So again...
No?
Why would you want your mom to see you in action?
That's what I give my mom, who's in my girlfriend's body, a bunch of wine, and then... Because I'm not fucking my mom's body. I'm sorry, I'm not fucking my mom's body.
Mom's body, bro.
I don't care if my girlfriend's in there.
Do they know?
Yeah, they're both fully aware of the conditions.
So, like, the mom just gets her body back and she's like, why is my pussy hurt?
No, she would know. She would know.
So
I
she
feel
just
like you're
straight up
screwed
knows.
either way.
That's the point.
This is what I'm doing.
But I know my mom can't forget this. I don't have to forget nothing because it's my wife's body.
Yeah, my mom's not gonna see me.
I don't need to forget
fuck
anything.
my girlfriend.
I just need to pretend it didn't happen.
Well, she's just gonna see you fucking her, right?
Right. Me and my mom are gonna sit at the table. It's my mom's body, but it's my wife's.
How long is this already
brain.
going on for? This is too long. Alright, well, caller, we'll get back to you again someday. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Wait, can I finish my thought? Are you gonna censor me like Joe Biden?
No, caller. Continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is my last thing. We're gonna sit at the table, me and my wife, my mom's body. We're gonna get real drunk, and I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna look at the ceiling with my eyes closed. I'm gonna get.
Looking at the ceiling with your eyes closed.
Gonna fuck to completion. I'm gonna keep my eyes closed. I'm gonna put my underwear back on. And I'll leave, and we'll just leave it at that.
Are you pulling out?
I ain't looking.
Are you pulling out?
I ain't looking at my mama's titties.
Are you pulling out though? That's the real question.
Nah, I'll come in her.
I'll come in.
5'6", Well, I'll say this, I'll say, I'm not looking at the titties because the only time I seen them when I was newborn. I ain't looking at them now.
Yeah, because now you're
maybe
fucking.
I might suck on them, but my eyes.
Yeah, I might suck on them, but I ain't gonna see myself doing it.
Yeah, nipples and nipples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the human's natural way of feeding itself when it's younger. It's all natural.
Eyes closed. It ain't incest and ain't gay. That's what I always say.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling. We appreciate you, caller. What's that?
Thanks for taking my call.
No problem. We're here anytime.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one.
Yeah. Love you, baby.
So Jake, did you want to talk about your conspiracy theory now?
Yeah.
This one's fucking crazy.
I don't know how recent this is. Oh, it says July 25th of 23. But basically it's about Garth Brooks, and I don't really follow anything really on him or country music in that matter. But basically there's this dude that had this sign. Well, okay.
What's his name?
Garth Brooks, that country singer. But there was a guy, I don't know if he's a YouTuber or something, but he had a sign. He actually had two signs. And it was saying like, oh, I love you or whatever on the first sign. And then he flipped it when the camera got to him. And it said, where are the bodies?
What?
And it kind of opened like this whole thing about Garth Brooks being a serial killer.
Like Garth Brooks, the singer?
Yeah, the country singer.
Is a serial killer?
Yeah. And
when would he have the time to do that?
I don't know. But there was these...
Nick was saying something earlier. What if it was one of the people, like one of the crew?
No, can you imagine Garth Brooks like in a little ninja outfit sneaking around towns?
No, he wouldn't even have to.
Like you're looking out your window and you're like, is that Garth Brooks sneaking around?
Yeah, he's not. But no, listen. You're Garth Brooks, right?
Yeah.
This is your concert. How many of those women you suppose are going to stay afterwards to try and meet Garth Brooks?
See, I don't know if it's women. I don't know if it's men. That's the thing.
It could have been. I mean, either.
You know, seeing stuff about this, and
it doesn't specifically say men or women. It's just bodies.
It was kind of just like every one of his
like on his tour,
like his venue that he was having his concert. There was like a murder within a few blocks of the venue.
Well, yeah.
And they would link it from like, oh, he was there, and there was a murder at this time right before his show. Here, and then right before his show there, right before his show there, right before his show there.
Oh,
and then
we go from L.A. to Texas, Houston, Texas, you know? And then
Going
we go
around.
to Chicago. And then we go to New York.
Detroit.
Like, those are like, oh, I've been to like some of those places near those concert venues. Like, yeah, they're in a town where crime happens.
All the time.
Yeah, but
I mean, you could get away with
killings at that specific time, every single one of his tours, like his tour.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of people there. If you know good sleight of hand, you pickpocket, you're there. If you know how to swindle money from people, you're there. Like there's.
What does that have to do with killing people?
That's a trap.
If you know how to kill people, you're there.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, actually.
You blend in when there's a crowd.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, it's harder to spot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if it's your concert, who is going to expect that you are the one that's going out there killing all these people?
That's true.
Is that Garth Brooks sneaking around out there?
I genuinely hope he does walk around in, like, some ninja outfit. Like, he has to put on something. He just doesn't have, like, cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. And
No.
Howdy!
If there's something, like, specific about the murders, there might be something
Like
there.
each one of their left ears were clipped off.
Like something
stuck in their asshole.
Like, definitely check out the crew members. Because they could still be spot as a whistle. And just something weird. Just something off about that guy. He was always a nice guy, but there was just something off about him, you know? But
then he went and shot up that preschool, you know? I don't know what was wrong with him.
Right. What happened in Michigan? Did something happen in Michigan or something? Was there a school somewhere that got hit?
There's a couple schools recently. A couple,
like within the last
Walmart,
few days.
a couple malls.
It's
the last
getting shot up.
Few days.
Like today, yesterday, maybe the day before.
I did see some
like
flags
recent.
that were half-mast.
Yeah.
So
I can look it up.
it's so fucked up that there's so many shootings that happen that it kind of just gets lost in the media.
Well, not everybody's covering all of them anymore.
Because
so
it happens
many
all the time.
I think the thing is that the violence is going down, but when it does happen, the escalation is real high.
Yeah.
Because there's less people doing it, but when the people do it, a lot of people else in the area get involved with it.
I've been noticing a lot of people like live stream it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
the reason why
maybe
they're all at half mast recently
Biden died?
was in honor of those lost in the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Biden
December
did that.
7th. Yeah, December 7th was the anniversary. I think.
That's what got us into the war, boys. Let's take them out. Go, 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 go.
Hell yeah, dude! I went there when I was in Hawaii. That is a trippy memorial.
Didn't you say that there's still a boat that leaks oil?
You can, you go over like this little bridge and you can look straight down. And you can see like the ship just sitting there, and
That's
then
fucking crazy.
you would think that it's like little bubbles of oil, dude. It's like leaking, like streams
And
of
it's
oil
just
coming
been
out.
for that long. That's insane. Like,
Yeah,
think of how much
it's-
oil there's gonna be in it.
If what they
Does it
said
get mixed
it's
around
going,
a
it's
lot?
going to go on. I don't want to say forever.
So they
but
left it as a
long,
memorial
long
or
time.
something?
Yeah, and they can't. When we got there, they said, "Please be respectful because not only is this like a historical memorial, this is also a cemetery because a lot of people died here."
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine being on that beach and you're just seeing all these fucking planes coming?
dude.
And some of them are fucking diving, some of them are dropping bombs, and you see over there's like, that's gotta be fucking insane.
They have the whole wall with all the people that.
Well, everybody was
killed.
like on off time.
Yeah.
They were
It
not
was just
prepared
a base.
for it.
Yeah, dude, it's and then you're just there and you just get like the almost chills, just like something hovering over you, and you just see the oil.
There's the
coming
vibe there.
Yeah, and you're just like, dude, this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know. You feel something there.
You ever been on a submarine before?
I have. I haven't been like deep down in the ocean in a submarine.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I've been in the water in a submarine. Yeah.
Oh, they had a decommissioned submarine that they let you go on. I would not do well. I'm too big for that shit.
That one that
the only
didn't
place
come back
that
up last
the
time.
only place that I would be able to work at is the fucking kitchen, because I noticed that it actually went down. They had a bigger. Is that like that? Is that pretty common? Like the kitchen is kind of bigger.
I think so because of like the ventilation and everything. Mm-hmm. I know subs are just small, regardless.
Yeah.
I remember when I was on my ship, there was this guy named Blue, and dude, he was this just big fucking black dude from the hood.
Yeah.
Like deep voice, and just he would.
Oh, I wasn't on the sub, by the way. I'm sorry. I was on a decommissioned like destroyer ship from the old days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not a sub.
So right before we left, he got sent out to a sub, but he was 6'3", and he said it was just miserable. He was there for like a week, and he came back. He's like, my back is destroyed.
Oh, yeah, having to lean.
Yeah,
all that
and he has to just walk through the whole thing. Like Notre Dame.
Oh, if that fucking ship that I was on was like that, I could only imagine a fucking submarine.
Oh, dude, it would be. And he was saying that they go down in
and
the
there's
ocean
probably
for 6
not
months.
a chef area, like a cooking area for that place.
It's probably a lot smaller. I don't know how many people go on a submarine at a time. Like on a deployment.
Can't be more than like 10, right?
I'm going to say
60.
Dude, look that up.
I had like 1,300 people on mine.
Oh, what?
1,300?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of way.
Not the sub, but on my ship. I want to say a sub probably maybe 300.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. And by the way, they are all males. Because if you go down...
Yeah, they had to stop taking the women because they kept coming back pregnant.
Well, you go down for 6 months.
Mm.
And then you're up for 6 months. So imagine 300 dudes. 299 dudes. And then you throw one...
Virginia-class submarines like the Missouri have fewer beds than sailors. About 94... And it says 135 crew.
Yeah, because they take shifts.
Yeah. What size or what submarine is that?
The Missouri.
Okay, yeah. So 134?
135. But it says there's only 94 beds.
Okay.
What, do fucking people stand?
Well, no, they probably, like he was saying, they take shifts.
They take shifts.
That was
alternate.
You
gotta share a bed with...
Luckily, I didn't have to do
that's what I was imagining. When I was, like, looking at where the beds were and stuff, and I was like, so this is, like, World War II, right? Wartime.
They definitely have deodorant.
And I'm, like, looking at this place, and I'm like, the smell. Because the showers were there. And I'm like, I know that they're supposed to keep the place clean.
100 dudes taking
but
shits.
At
right
some
next to where you're
point,
sleeping at.
that's... I still remember locker room smell.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what this was like.
You want to hear a fucked up bathroom story from my deployment?
Yes.
Should this not go on the podcast?
No, it should definitely go on the podcast.
So, it has something to do with smells, right?
Yeah. Our dorm, I guess, would be called a berthing in the Navy.
Okay.
I was in the Marine Corps, if anybody that is listening doesn't know. But I was on a ship for my deployment, and our berthing, for some fucking reason, we would get so much water in our floor, like 3 inches of water.
Like flooding?
Yes. Just sitting there. And we would think, because right above us was the roof, and we had like the 50 cal up there, like maybe there's a hole up there or something, and there's just rainwater just leaking in. So we're looking around finding where all this water is coming from.
Okay.
And we find that there's a hole, like not like a crack or anything, but like someone drilled a hole into the fucking pipe in our toilet.
What?
And it wasn't like the pipe that refills the toilet. It's the pipe that when you flush the toilet.
Oh.
Like it, I don't know how the fuck to explain it, but it would...
The exit pipe.
Okay, so when you flush, the pipe would go into the floor and then back up the wall, so it was above you. and then it would go against the ceiling to the next room or whatever.
Okay.
They drilled a hole up there, above the ceiling.
So oh god.
But it was to the point where it wasn't like splashing out; it would just like drip out. It was a tiny, tiny hole. And
Did you guys get hit by like a meteorite or something?
what? No.
Was there like a hole straight through the shit?
No, it kind of looks like someone upstairs was drilling a hole through the floor and just
And it got
hit
nicked?
too far.
That's hilarious.
But dude, there was piss, shit,
Yep.
water. Fucking, we'd pour it and there would be people puking.
What'd your superiors say?
They didn't know where it was coming from. So they were like, well, we can't find where it's coming from, so you might just have to deal with it. Just fucking squeegee it every night and keep it clean. We're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, what
Thanks.
the fuck?
And
we don't know where the fuck it's
we
coming from.
fucking
Way to
found
take
where it
charge
was.
and get this shit taken care of, guy.
Dude, we
talk to
all we
your
did
superior?
was fucking slap some duct tape on there, and it held off for a few weeks.
That's when they
Oh,
get
Just had to
that
switch
flex
it out
seal.
every time.
Yeah.
They got the
Flex
military
tape.
grade
Oh,
flex
dude,
seal.
it was terrible. It smelled like absolute fucking.
They didn't have like some
nasty
sort of
garbage.
government secret cement spray foam that you just
No.
spray on it and
They had like this wraps that you wrap the pipe with,
yeah.
but if you had any sort of cut on your hand, it would like sizzle.
What?
It was like cleaning.
Was
but
it the
was so-
adhesive stuff?
It
that
was kind of like
Because maybe what it does, it cleans the area so it could stick better to it.
whatever it did. Like I had
It's like a
at the time, I
combination
had
of
a
both.
pretty
I don't know. I'm
pretty
just
deep gouge on my thumb,
yeah.
and I mean it's pretty fresh, so there was some
So
fresh
that's what
blood on there.
peroxide does.
It kind of like that, where it would bubble up and shit,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, this is fucked.
Yeah.
But we
They're
just
having
threw some
that.
of that on there, some paste, and
God.
called it good.
Did you guys end up fixing it and it drained eventually, or what?
It started working, but I don't know if there was a clog or something, because I have a video on my phone somewhere. We started flushing a toilet, and there was like a hole somewhere again, but you'd flush it and just be like, it's super, super loud, and you're like, what the fuck is that sound?
Somebody needs to stop drilling.
So
Yeah,
every
through the floor.
night you hear someone use the bathroom, and then all of a sudden you just hear, you're like, oh god,
Yeah.
make it stop.
I'm glad I'm a heavy sleeper. Once
Oh,
I'm
dude,
out,
I was not.
I'm fucking out.
I was not.
You probably
gone.
can be a heavy sleeper. In the
I was
military.
also on night shift, and the people on day shift
Yeah, they train
did
you
not
to
give a
always be
fuck
ready.
that I was sleeping.
Yeah. That's not just in the military, buddy. That's,
Oh yeah.
nobody gives
sure.
a fuck if you're sleeping at any time.
No, the family recorded a lady that got back from her boot camp, and then they started playing.
Oh, on the,
and
yeah,
then she started.
She got up.
She
was
started
like, oh,
freaking
that's
out. And
fucked.
oh, whoops! And she started freaking out and shit. It was funny.
But yeah, the. Wow, we kind of got off tangent a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Conspiracy.
My last conspiracy theory I have, because
Wait, I got one more.
You have another one?
Yeah.
You want to share yours first?
Yeah, he's only done one. I only had one. I was unprepared.
That's all
I'm sorry, listeners.
right.
I'll do better next time.
So you ever meet a complete asshole?
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, dude, tell me.
You ever meet a complete asshole who believes in complete bullshit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
almost every asshole I've ever met.
So apparently there's these people called Holocaust deniers that are out there.
Okay.
And the conspiracy theory is that the Holocaust never happened.
Why do they believe the Holocaust never happened? What makes them believe that?
Maybe because
Why?
they're dumb pieces of shit. I don't know.
Who are these people? Were they people from the other side of the Holocaust?
Like they're Germans that are like, yeah, that never happened.
Yeah,
I don't know.
nothing to see here. Nothing happened.
When I looked it up, there was also a movie about it, and I'm like, so somebody believed in this so much.
They made it up.
They got other people, because it takes more than one person to do something like that, to make a movie.
Yeah. Take a
So
lot
they
of people.
got
What was
other
the,
people to believe that the Holocaust didn't happen?
What was the Rotten Tomatoes score on that movie?
Do you remember what it's called?
The Holocaust is fake.
Future Jacob, pull up the title of the movie right about now. Is it called Denial from 2016?
Yeah.
Is a 2016 biographical film directed by Mick Jackson and written by David Hare, based on the Deborah, I'm going to butcher this, Lipstatitz 2005 book, History on Trial, My Day in Court with a Holocaust Denier. Is that what you're talking about?
So there's a film about them talking to somebody who's a Holocaust denier?
How can you deny that it happened?
I was going to say, there's a lot of witnesses, right?
I mean, were these people not in the Holocaust? So it's like...
Well, when you go there...
I wasn't there for the Holocaust, so it didn't happen.
When you go there, they still have...
I wasn't there when Jesus died, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know?
When you go there, they still have, like, the shoes that they took from them. They still have, like, the hair that they cut off. Like...
Well, you still have Jewish people with numbered tattooed on their arms.
Well, I think the last Auschwitz survivor, or the last Holocaust survivor, I guess.
Yeah.
Just died like a year ago.
Really?
A year or two ago, yeah.
Damn.
See, that's crazy.
Can you imagine surviving that though? Getting out of it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That'd be crazy.
All the shit that you would remember after that.
Yeah. How many people you watched die?
At that point, I feel like it would just be numbing. You just see people go in and out, and you just be like, "It is what it is." I know. Once they go in there, they're not coming back out.
There's stories out there where there's the Jewish people started matchmaking other Jewish people together, and I guess there's like stories about that.
Like relationships.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I know. I don't want to be. Never mind. I wasn't gonna do anything. Nothing happened.
Oh, are you saying like Holocaust survivors matched it up with other Holocaust survivors?
And once they started having kids, you know, they would probably start matchmaking with them. Because they noticed a lot of their people died. A lot of their culture just kind of...
Oh, so I see what you're saying. Trying to repopulate.
So they were trying to kind of bring it back. And it's like, because what else are you supposed to do when you come over to America?
Yeah.
Don't know anybody and trying to get together.
Shit, dude, even like moving states, like starting a new job. Even moving towns, starting a new job, not knowing anybody. It's like, what the fuck do I even do here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't imagine moving across the fucking world and just starting brand new.
People do.
After something like that, especially.
Yeah. Yeah, and just...
And then deny it. And then you're like, that didn't happen.
People just come out and be like, nah, that's
not that many people died. Oh, you're exaggerating. It's like, all right, shut the fuck up.
It had to be the people that were like, well, there's no, like, I've never seen it happen. Like, I didn't, it's just all
If I haven't seen it, it didn't happen. It's like...
We learned a lot of shit in history class about it. There's a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm worried about nowadays. Like, what are they teaching these kids? Because I
teach them shit.
I go to some of these schools and I'm like...
I talked to my girlfriend about it, and she said that in school they didn't really learn about the Holocaust.
They learned the Hawaiian schools are a lot different than like American schools. It's crazy. The shit because they learn Hawaiian history. They don't learn American history.
Okay.
They learn Hawaiian history.
Americans don't.
How long have they been there?
Hawaiian history.
We don't know. Like, dude, he's told me some shit, and I'm like, I had no idea. Mikey knows a lot about it, and he's like, dude, yeah, we fucking went over there and conquered them. Like, that's
dude,
not even...
So I know we went over there, and I don't want to say we because I do not want to.
You're like, I didn't personally go over there,
but
people.
I got a ship. I was like, fuck these people on these nice islands. I'm gonna put some hotels here.
Actually, I think his name was
Oprah. You want to know this shit?
James.
Some people are in the way. We'll send the lasers. Don't worry.
So I think this guy James Cook went over there and basically how like Christopher Columbus came over here with the natives. And was just like, hey, this is mine now. And the Hawaiian people were very friendly and were like, oh, welcome. And they kind of saw him as like a god because he had lighter skin. He came on this boat from this water that they never knew.
Do you think they ever explored that?
I don't know.
They probably never left the island, right?
If you see like all the Polynesian islands, which on our maps in school, we never fucking saw that. From Hawaii all the way to like Australia, there's a whole chain of islands right there.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
I had no idea.
They're so small. Like they don't really stick out too much.
But that's where like oh geez, now I'm drawing like Fiji and shit, there's even an island named after him, like the Cook Islands. And anyways,
was this guy like a giant dick or something, or
yeah, pretty much.
Because I don't know too much about that.
He would come over and kind of just like, since he had like this godly figure, he kind of used it to his advantage and be like, oh, give me your women, give me your finest riches.
Because we had Hawaii before we got Alaska, right?
I think so.
Because we bought Alaska not that long ago, if I remember correctly.
We could have bought Alaska, but I know that we kind of just took over Hawaii. Because when he got there, he put the queen of Hawaii into her own, like prison in her castle, or palace.
Yeah.
And he imprisoned her in there. For like, God, I don't want to say how long, because I honestly don't remember, but...
That's crazy.
Long enough that she like wrote a book, wrote a song, and was just like, I think they might.
She wrote a book and a song.
I can't remember, dude.
Was she a Disney princess?
I don't know. I don't know everything about it.
They can't. They have this story, and they came out with Moana.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
I mean, I like Moana. Don't get me wrong. I think the songs in there are great.
Teaches anything about the Hawaiian history, because who wants to know? Be like, oh yeah, we went over there and just fucking.
No, they're just like, this is the year that Hawaii became part of the United States. This is the year that.
That's it.
And it's like it's like.
Yeah.
There you go. It's
They're
like,
okay. They exist. That's about all you get to learn about.
Yeah, they gloss over it real nice.
Yeah.
Here's the little paragraph you get of Hawaii.
Exactly.
This is Ohio,
they
Indiana.
They have the maps, and then they just have like the little.
They don't even actually show where it's at. It's just zoomed in picture of it.
Yep, Hawaii. And then Alaska, yeah, we bought that from the Russians.
I remember when I flew over there, they had on the back of like the seat on the plane, they had like the whole map pretty much of me flying over there. I was like, dude, I did not know Hawaii was that.
I don't know where Hawaii's at. I can tell you, I don't know.
Yeah, it's out there.
It's zoomed in at the bottom left corner of the maps. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure all of the Hawaiian Islands can fit inside of Ohio.
Wow, what?
Yeah.
It's not that big.
To drive all the way, where am I?
They're a little pebble out in. They're like the last little bit of cereal in your bowl.
To drive around the whole
Hawaii's the dot right here.
Oahu
in the middle.
Would take like 3 hours to drive around the whole thing.
No, it's a great tactical place to take over if you're like in the military or something and you want that land.
To get from here, Defiance, to like Cleveland, to Columbus is 3 hours. And that's only halfway.
That's only one way there, yeah.
Yeah. But to go all
to drive to Columbus is about the same as driving completely around one of the islands?
What island were they on in Lilo and Stitch?
I believe they were on Oahu, because they would go to...
Is that the big
one?
one?
Yeah, because they had a song.
Is that the big one?
Yeah, that's with Honolulu.
That's the big island, though.
No, not the big island.
That's not the big island. No. Which one's Honolulu?
Honolulu's the smaller one.
Honolulu is Oahu.
Well, because I know in that movie he was able to get on that tricycle thing and then ride around the island, so I knew it wasn't like super big or anything. Exactly, you're not gonna fucking find it.
I found some other islands.
Jacob,
I found some other islands.
You're not gonna fucking find it. It's all the way out there in the middle of nowhere.
I found islands that didn't even have names.
Kilo Kona. Is that a city?
Where were the Epstein's Islands at? Was that like Cuba, in the Caribbean or something?
Yeah, by like Bahamas-ish.
I wonder if
that's a fucking conspiracy all its own, guys.
Yeah.
How can we talk about conspiracies and not talk about that one?
Because it's oversaturated.
It is. Everybody's heard it. We all know. The government's not saying shit. They're keeping this shit under wraps because they don't want to release the list.
Bro, I looked up Epstein's Island,
and
it took me to it. Little St. James.
Apparently, shit's still going on there. Like, they never stopped.
Yeah, I saw there.
They probably paused for a little bit. And they were like,
there's like drone footage of people on 4-wheelers like driving around.
And if that's just the one we know about,
oh yeah,
think of the shit that we don't know.
Well,
where's this by though?
Wasn't it?
We probably don't even know where to look.
It was like the head of like elementary school. Oh, fuck, dude.
That's tiny
some
as
person
fuck.
in the Pentagon that was like the head of schools, like elementary.
No,
kids.
I heard about this. Yeah,
he was like caught for being the leader of like human trafficking.
Yeah.
What?
Or some shit. Yeah, dude.
He was like some sort of head of the Department of Education or something like that.
Yeah.
And
he was like the lead of sex trafficking?
Mm-hmm.
Of human trafficking.
Human trafficking?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't...
But that could also just be just prostitution, because I know in this area they've charged a lot of guys for human trafficking, and then when I look into the story a bit more, all he did was buy a prostitute, which I know is against the law and shit, but...
Like they pimped out a prostitute?
I don't know exact story. I don't know how you get into prostitution, so I don't know her story or anything.
I've never seen a prostitute in Ohio.
Yeah, I don't...
I've seen some people that look like they're
You think there's going to be a prostitute standing out in these cold-ass corners?
It's wintertime, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Sticking your dick in an icebox.
It's a cold taco.
Oh, God. So to move on from that... we got one last conspiracy theory to talk about. This one is Disney created Frozen as a distraction. Like movie.
What? A distraction from what?
So people have long discussed the conspiracy that Walt Disney used cryogenics technology to freeze himself for when he died. Even though the Disney family refutes the claims, however, a new theory is that the Walt Disney Company created Frozen as a way to hack Google's search algorithm and distract consumers from information about the late Walt Disney's possible frozen procedure. So they're saying that they created the movie Frozen so that when people are looking up Walt Disney Frozen, it's going to come up the Frozen movie by Walt Disney Studios.
That's fucking weird. So, wait, people are saying that he froze himself to...
You've never heard that before? They say
I haven't heard... I know what cryo-freezing is.
If you put Walt Disney in quotes and then you say Frozen, does it still come up?
I'm not sure. We can try it. Another popular theory is the first part of that is that Walt Disney froze himself to try and wait until he could unthaw himself.
I thought that wasn't a conspiracy theory. I thought he actually did that.
I just saw some shit.
There's no actual proof on it.
Where they put this like chest full of human DNA, fucking shit from some animals and. I don't know. Just,
you think they've already cloned Jesus?
Stuff. But they sunk it all the way down into the bottom of the Mariana Trench. So if...
So just real quick, when you put Walt Disney in quotations, and you put Frozen, the first thing that pops up is fact or fiction. Was Walt Disney frozen?
What's it say?
So what's that say?
Let me click on it. The rumor that Walt Disney's body was cryogenically frozen has been widespread since his death in 1966. But is it true? Was Walt Disney frozen after death? There are some rumors suggesting that Walt Disney, the beloved creator behind Mickey Mouse and Disneyland, was cryogenically preserved after his death in 1966. Further, there's a rumor that his frozen body is hidden deep beneath Disneyland. Are these rumors true? Blah, blah, blah.
Can you imagine being the numbers person for that place? And then you notice like there's like $1,200,000 out every week, and you're like, "What is this? I'm not recognizing this like name or anything." And it's like some weird offshore account that like keeps a generator going to keep his body frozen.
You're like, "I'm gonna stop this," and then just like fucking comes back as a zombie or something. Oh God.
The Black Plague comes back because they froze him, and he just had a speckle of it on his clothing or something.
I've heard shit about like Disneyland having bodies under the fucking, basically having catacombs under the park.
I've heard about that, yeah.
Which is crazy, and it also being one of the top places for like human trafficking and stuff like that.
So that's what's scary about the ice melting, is that if there's humans
inside of them
from olden days that have like diseases that they've kept. Those diseases can still be alive.
See, okay, when that ice unthaws, are these people just gonna fucking wake up and be like, "Oh
no,
God,
they're dead. They're dead.
So,
but but we've noticed on even asteroids and stuff, the samples that we collect,
there's different bacteria and shit that can be from this world.
Yeah. So like being frozen, and when it thaws out, if it attaches to you, like that's what's scary. Like the Black Plague could come back eventually.
Yeah,
I think they've even said there's been traces of it, like new.
Or like what you were just saying,
things.
imagine like an asteroid comes down and has like a disease on it from another planet that we have no fucking idea how to take care of.
Yeah, maybe we might not even be able to get anything that could help with it or cure it.
Just like if you get it, you just immediately just fall over. You're just dead.
Or
like your immune system has no chance
just
of
shuts
fighting
down.
it.
Or it starts getting too warm, and then the mushrooms start taking over the world.
Yeah, the whole Last of Us thing.
You just have people walking around high as balls. I'll take care of the problem. Nom, 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 nom.
Psilocybin is now airborne. Everybody's just constantly like low dose.
Everyone's perma-tripping.
Low dose tripping all the time.
Can you imagine?
That would be the real summer of love. Not that bullshit rioting / protesting that we had.
Yeah, I think it's the last conspiracy theory we got. Anybody else got anything?
Shit, man, I can't think of no more. I mean, there's
Disney, start working on your
millions to talk
movies.
about,
so many.
The new generation doesn't deserve to be handed everything.
no.
Yeah.
I don't care how much they wish for it.
Real controversial episode.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about it another time if it goes deeper.
Yeah, we can always do more segments. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys thought. I don't know if it's on YouTube. Let us know in the comments. I don't think Spotify. Can you leave comments on Spotify?
No, I don't think so.
Well, if you're listening to it on Spotify, go to YouTube and leave us a comment.
What about that other one you post on Rumble or whatever?
Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't know much about that. I don't think anybody's watched it on Rumble.
No.
You never know, bro. Could be the new thing.
If you're on Rumble and you're watching this,
Like and subscribe.
congratulations. Yes, thank you.
Tweet us out.
X. Yeah, it's X now, Nick.
I don't
X
give a
is
shit.
out.
X is out.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a porn site.
Yeah.
Well.
Find us there too.
I feel like he did that on purpose to troll everybody. Because now when everybody's wife types in X in the search, or in the, what is that, the browser?
Yeah. X.
Yeah, guess what comes up first? All your shit that starts with X, bro. What
You gotta
what
have
you
one
looking
that
up?
starts with X and one that starts with P.
Elon Musk is just a giant troll.
I can see that.
Pretty much. What if he's just AI here to just fuck with everybody?
He's a robot.
Not even like destroy humanity. He's just here to like. fuck
Definitely
with shit.
making things interesting,
Yeah.
which I don't mind.
I think I'm just gonna spice some things up for a little bit. Here's a flame.
That's what the world needs. The world needs some spiced up shit.
So do you think he might be an alien and they send him here
No.
to...
I
It's
don't
from
know.
South America.
Elon Musk is?
Yeah. South Africa. Sorry, not South America.
From
South
South
Africa.
Africa?
Yeah.
Are they aliens?
Are they aliens?
They're here illegally.
Oh, God. I'm going to cut that one out.
The dude taught himself rocket science. I think he's going to be an okay dude. Until he starts suggesting everybody gets implants. Then
I
might
thought he
run a
was
little
pushing
senile.
against it, telling people.
No.
Or he wants
No, that's
implants,
AI.
but yeah,
AI
he's
right
pushing
now,
against, like,
he's
AI.
like telling people to be cautious and slow down a little bit.
Yeah. I know. I think
mean-
I seen something where he was like, the probability that we're not in a simulation is like 0.01%.
Yeah.
The probability that we're not in a simulation.
I think when it
That-
comes to AI, just stop thinking that you're the smartest person in the room and that you can handle everything yourself, because if something gets out of hand, you should probably say something.
It's weird to think that you can create something that will be smarter than you, that will immediately outsmart you. It's like you create something that
I
you
don't
know
think
is gonna
we'll make
destroy.
anything that smart. It would be nice if we can make something smart enough to drive a car without,
Well,
any
I think
accidents.
what is it? Amazon just came out with new like transit trucks that drive themselves. They have a top speed of like 60 miles.
Tesla
per
came
hour.
out with ones for Walmart.
When I was in
Really?
California,
Yeah, in the
you
big
would see a lot of those self-drivable cars just all over the place. There's one going around the block all the time.
At BG, they have those little robots that like walk or drive around on the sidewalk, deliver people food and shit. And they'll they'll stop if there's somebody walking by. They'll stop at a red light and shit.
Yeah.
All that.
I got a Roomba. It's dumb as hell. Because it slams
So is
into
mine.
those walls, dude.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm like, isn't it supposed to eventually, like, learn the pattern of the
It's
house or
supposed to,
something?
yeah.
But yeah.
And I'm like, the house pattern doesn't change that much.
But if you move like this shelf over there, that shelf over here.
Well,
then
we
it's
move
like,
it.
well, I don't know what
We
to
move the things themselves. So maybe that like messes it up. I don't know.
Actually moving it, not letting it complete its course and shit.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
We want to thank Jake for coming on being our guest.
Oh yeah.
Doctor.
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 Why? Thank you for having me on, Doctor.
Cue the music.